Well, what's going on, guys? Not me, just trying to get my damn camera set up again. Okay, a lot of political news happening these days. My dog's still needing attention left and right, so if you see me getting up or pausing left and right, you'll understand that I got a dog driving me crazy. It is Friday the 16th of January, 2026, and we're talking about, a couple of more minutes before it becomes 2:45 in the afternoon. The frustrating dog driving me crazy, and this is my sweets for this morning. Give me a second here. Alright, Mama. Oh, man. Again? Okay. So I'm going to maneuver it out. Okay. Yeah, it's that kind of a day. Constant with my dog. I wanted to talk about January 17th, 1994. I've got some postings on Facebook talking about my experiences. I wrote about it back in 2013, concerning about how 94 was affecting me during that time. It's been over God knows how many years. 30 more. Yeah, let me see if my addled brain can work a calculator here. 4 minus 2,000. No. 26. 32 years. 32 years, guys. Of course, there was also the earthquake back in 1971. All the California earthquakes that we've had, that drove me frickin' crazy. And believe me, they all did. I never did like earthquakes. And I never will. They're sneaky bastards that affected everything. And what can I say? When I talk about this on some occasions, it means I'm motivated by something that would put me into that kind of edge or thinking or feeling. And I hate it. I keep thinking about earthquakes all the time. Oh, especially when the anniversaries come up, I'm reminded of it. And then I go nuts on the damn thing. Of course, there's a lot of databases out there to keep track of it, and every once in a while I'll do a posting on it, especially if something happened recently or I'm going to be talking about something that already happened. And I got a list of California quakes on Wikipedia. Last one they actually had recorded of our major magnitude was back in December 20th, 2022 in Ferndale, which was up in the northern coastal areas of California. 6.4. Good sized shaker. Catch your attention. It had 2 deaths and 17 injuries. We had minor ones after that. We've got the ones about 4, maybe less, happening. Magnitudes that we had are Richter scales, they called them back then. Not magnitudes, they called them these days. And it was, really, that's the only thing I can say about it. And I remember the one we had about Ridgecrest back on the 19th, 2019 in July 5, and July 4. Ridgecrest had about between 6.4 and 7.1 two times, and scared the hell out of people. With that kind of shaking, I felt it on both days. But the one I lived through was Northridge, and the one I survived through was Sylmar. So when I tried to get dates listed, I wanted to make sure that I remembered them, not forget the hell that they put me through. Because in those days, I scared the living daylights out of me. Now, they called it the LA area back in 71. It was February 9th, 1971. They called it San Fernando, but everyone else knows it was the Sylmar earthquake. A lot of damage happened in that area, so they called it that. But they said the original area was San Fernando, where it originated from. And it was a 6.6. Scary as hell during that time when Northridge hit. Now, every time the anniversary comes up, sometimes I forget about it. But then I'm reminded of what day it was when it scared the hell out of me during that day. Told the story many times. I'm in bed, 7:30, actually 4:30 in the morning, and here comes everything else shaking like hell. San Fernando Valley and portions of Southern California. Broken. People dead. Injuries. Collateral damage. Certain areas avoided it, other areas couldn't. In about a week or two of living as a camping situation, not to mention Louis almost lost a job during that time. Just got a job. 2 weeks into the damn thing, and we get an earthquake. Things happen. Building I was working in had rollers. Problem is, everything inside gets destroyed. The outside doesn't get as much. But there are outside constructions in the area. Parking lots, other hotels, crash and burn. I say it with a little bit of sarcastic humor, and it wasn't sarcasm at all during those days. It was pure terror. An earthquake, you don't know when or where it's going to hit, or how hard. If you see a tornado, well, at least you can see the weather patterns may predict a tornado. Give you a little bit of warning. Comes out for a hurricane, you can see the son of a bitch coming. Prepare. Fire happens, it's either nature or man screwed it up. You either run like hell, you get torched or smoked. We get a tsunami, well, you're dead. Let's get to higher ground and hopefully it doesn't overwhelm you. With those kind of catastrophes, I understand. Except when the ground opens up and swallows your ass and don't even realize it. Sinkholes happen, and I've heard people die in those. Disappear and they're gone. Doesn't matter where the hell it is. If the ground's unsteady, shaky, and minerals have already dissolved in the ground underneath your feet. Welcome to the wonderful world of geology. You study about all the rocks and minerals, whether or not if it's going to be stable or enough. But if they're water soluble, pray. Pray you don't get sucked up. Pray you don't get buried alive like the worm you are. Tomorrow's the anniversary for it, January 17th, 4:30 in the morning. It's going to be 32 years since I lived through that hell. A lot longer since the Sylmar earthquake back in 71. Of course, there have been other earthquakes after that, but I want to go through it. Shall we go through it? Let's go through it. So since Selmar, we had Point Magoo back in '73, February 21st. We had Butte County, or Butte County, back in '75, but that's not SoCal. I'm going to focus on SoCal. Central Coast, Santa Barbara was back in '78, August of 13. I barely remember that one. We didn't feel it as much. It was only about a 5.7. Point Magoo back in '73 was a 5.8. Barely felt it. But out here in Southern Cal, at Imperial Valley, there was a 6.4 back in '79 on October 15th. That was a shaker. Couldn't forget it. Imperial Valley again back in '81. I didn't know what the hell was going on back in April 2026. Where was I? Oh yeah, I was back in high school. Just getting things started. We had a 5.9. We didn't even know it happened. South Bay back in '84. Back in August 24. That we felt in South Bay. 6.2. Everybody felt that one. But I barely remember what the hell happened during that time. Some earthquakes I can remember because if it was that memorable, I'd remember it. But that one, it may have happened and I didn't recall it, what the hell was going on. But it caused a hell of a lot of damage. And then there was Oceanside. South Coast, closer to San Diego. Back in '86, July 13th, 5.8. Oh, we didn't feel a damn thing up here. LA area, this one we felt. Whittier. Whittier was a 5.9, and we've all felt it back in 1987 on October 1st. I just started about 1 or 2 weeks into my job at Circuit City, Northridge, and then we get an earthquake. Scared the hell out of me. I can say scared the fuck out of me. Santa Cruz Mountains, Loma Prieta. Oop. Try this one. Loma Prieta, we're talking about San Diego territory. You're talking about the Bay Area. You're talking about the battle during the time of the World Series, World War of the Bays. Oakland A's versus the San Francisco Giants, and they were going after each other. And in their territory of Santa Cruz Mountains, they had 2 major quakes happen. 1989 in August of 8. They had a 5.4, caught your attention, but not as much until we had World Series, World War in the Bays. October 17th of '89. A couple of months later. And it was 6.9. Damn near destroyed everybody. A year later, we had Upland in the LA area. It's 5.7, got everybody's attention, including over here in the San Fernando Valley. I barely remember what the hell it was, but except we had a little bit of a shake and not much. Till we had 1991, 5.6 in June of 28. During that time, yeah, it got my damn attention. Because Sierra Madre area. Yeah, Pasadena, Sierra Madre. That caught our attention. 5.8. Actually, 5.6. That caught our attention. Joshua Tree, a little further. Year after that. Almost. Months after that. They had a major one, 6.3. We all felt it. I'm getting a PDF on this one. I'm getting an updated, fresh PDF on this one. And I'm going to put it in. I can save this damn thing. Because here's the thing, guys. 1991, June 28th. Sierra Madre. Joshua Tree. One of those 2 days, we actually had, well, there was a sci-fi convention, I think, one of those days. Remember? A long time ago. But I remember feeling it out here in the San Fernando Valley. It was on a Sunday. Wake up to the damn thing. Ma and I are checking each other out. My brother goes, "Oh, great. Somebody doesn't check up on me." "Dan, when did you get back in?" "Just a few minutes ago. I was about to go to sleep." And an earthquake kept us up, and we still wanted to go to it. I still wanted to go to the convention. I had to convince my brother about that one. So I wasn't quite sure if it was 1990 or 1991. I think it was 91 or it was 92. Somewhere in that territory. I got to research my memories, and I got to research some information about that one. It was a convention back in Anaheim I was going to be going to that had William Shatner and Leonard Nimoy doing their final two-man tour in the Pasadena area. And I'm not quite sure if it was 90, 91, or 92 when it happened. Probably 92 or 91. Probably 92, I guess. I don't know. But it was a major earthquake, and it scared the crap out of people. And then, or it could have been this one here, Inland Empire, and then Big Bear. It could have been it. Because here's the thing, we had landers. They called it the Landers Quake back in 92, June 28th. Could have been the one. Because it triggered on another quake out in Big Bear of having a 6.5, and Landers had a 7.3, and everything else was shaking like crazy during that time. It was quite an adventure. And everything else went hell in a handbasket during that time. Felt it in San Bernardino, but the epicenter was crazy. Moved out to another location closer to Northridge, but I was in Reseda at the time. And this was the day for 94, January 17th, at 6.7. We had quakes in the 90s. In the southern region, we had major quakes. One fault line gets triggered and another one goes hell in a handbasket. Scared the hell out of us. Recently, well actually back in 2008, July 29th, we had a small one, 5.4 magnitude in Chino Hills. Did some damage, but you know, we didn't have any, well, we had injuries. We didn't have many deaths. But Northridge, Landers, we did. At least Landers had 3. Northridge had 57. 8,700, 100 people plus injured. Getting closer to our time here. Ridgecrest was the only time we actually had major earthquakes that we actually felt. So, it was crazy. Shifting of the ground during that time. I would need to find the survival guides from American Red Cross and maybe from other places to post on this conversation, because one needs to know how to deal with an earthquake. And I know there are a lot of survival places out there would talk about it. Survival shops that give you, or actually sell you MREs. That information is what you need to get yourself prepared for another monster. And that being said on this one here, guys.